Hello, my name is David Clement. I'm a senior at Delaware Valley College, which will actually become a university soon, and I'm a photographer. I am by no means a professional in photography. I'm pretty much a amateur. I'm kind of like below an amateur. I'm like a micro amateur. Still trying to become a decent photographer. I'm trying to improve myself. I try to take photos every day, trying to improve. I know this sounds super pretentious, but my craft. Photography is like a unique art because it's very much based in technology. The art is being made with a camera or a device that takes photos. You are basically dependent on that. It's not like painting or penciling stuff. Where you are dependent on making the image. You are taking the image through, a device. You hit a button and, you have an image that is produced, and, it is a moment of time that is captured. And photography is kind of an expansion of what I like to think of those artists who kind of do very slice of life works where they kind of impressionists. The impressionist art is very just kind of a moment in time where it's very quickly. It's not perfect, it's not very photorealistic, but that's not the point. It's about capturing the moment. And that's kind of what I feel kind of photography is an expansion of. It's you're taking a photo of a moment of time that has passed. Another reason why photography is a unique art is because, anyone pretty much can take a photo. It doesn't take a rocket science to take a photo, and that's kind of the beauty of it, because everyone can take a photo anywhere, especially now since phone, pretty much it's a requirement for every cell phone to have a camera. And, it doesn't need, people don't need to take years of study and practice, like pottery or, painting. People can just, grab a camera, go outside and take photos. The reason why I like photography so much is because of how, not only it allows me to express myself, but it allows me to connect more with the world. I feel like other art forms, which include both writing and drawing and craft work, are kind of more introspective, while I feel photography is more about the outside world. It's about the world around you. You are basically framing large swaths of your environment. You are going around anywhere you can. As opposed to working with paper or canvas, you are basically making the world itself a canvas. You are taking photos of just actual people, environments, animals and whatnot, and you are actually making art out of it. I feel like there is a documentary aspect to photography. You are taking moments in time in the real world. I know people like to do posing. I've never really been a fan of posing. I kind of like taking photos in the moment as opposed to structuring it, because I feel like it's more honest. I just feel that I can actually see more people into it. these moments of where people are being themselves and not being what they're told that they should be, or being pressured into something. I feel like you get to see people as they truly are and not what they want to be, or how they should be, or how what society wants them or tells them to be. It's just they exist, and I think that's sort of a thing that people kind of don't really think about that often. An additional factor that makes photography different from other art forms is the fact that you're often on the spot. And what I mean by that is especially on the field, when you're taking photos of particular events, time is of the essence. So if you wait 5 extra seconds, or you go shoot 5 seconds too early, you are missing a great shot, because the world is constantly moving, and you have to, as a photographer, adapt to your situation. It's not only just about time, but it's also about positioning, how close you are, the lighting around the area. My main method of taking photos is kind of I guess for lack of better words, is I'm kind of basically strong arming it, because I take whenever I'm at an event or there's something outside, I just take lots of photos. I would generally take hundreds of photos in the span of minutes, because I just want to get the exact moment. I guess I would be considered I guess the term would be a basher, which means I would keep doing something over and over again until I get the right moment. It's kind of a quantity over quality type of situation. I personally do not have the patience to set up a shot and just take my time. I'm just kind of go, 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 go. I personally feel there's something unique in the mundanity, of life, because they're just special. There's just these special moments that they're not earth-shattering, but they're kind of special. They're the finding a penny on the floor. It doesn't change the world, but just kind of makes you feel better. There's just those moments that just kind of make a boring kind of bad day into a kind of decent one, and that's kind of what I want to take photos of. I kind of want to take photos of the kind of decent moments of your day. I feel photography has allowed me to be more outgoing, because I always been kind of a wallflower. I still kind of am, but I feel photography has made me a bit more, got me into the scene. I would be usually I'd be in the corner, or not talking, but with this I guess I could generously call this a hobby. I think another thing how photography changed my life is that now I'm more attentive. I'm more I'm actually paying attention to my surroundings and not going from point A to point B to point C to point D and then going home. I'm not kind of just going through the motions. I'm now more just aware of my surroundings and the people in them, so I just can always be looking for the next great shot I could take.